Hello and welcome to the English Hustle Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maria. We're so glad you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something very important: finding work you love. This is a topic that many people think about, and it's important for everyone, especially beginners.
We will start by introducing some key vocabulary that will help you understand the conversation better.
Then, we'll have a detailed conversation about how you can discover work that you truly enjoy.
We'll also cover some simple grammar, and you'll hear a real-life dialogue that uses everything we've discussed.
Plus, we have exercises and practice segments to help you improve your English skills.
Remember, this episode is for you, so we want you to participate. Write down your thoughts, practice with us, and share your ideas in the comments.
Let's get started and make this episode a fun learning experience together. Let's begin with some important words you'll need to know when talking about finding work you love.
These words will help you follow our conversation and understand the main ideas. Word number 1, passion. The first word is passion. Passion means something you love doing, something that makes you happy.
For example, I have a passion for teaching. It means I love teaching.
Let's practice. Passion.
Passion. Word number 2, career. The next word is career. Your career is the job you do for a long time, like being a teacher, doctor, or engineer.
For example, she has a successful career in medicine.
Let's say it together. Career.
Career. Word number 3, skills. Another important word is skills. Skills are the things you can do well, like speaking English, cooking, or using a computer.
For example, he has great computer skills.
Let's practice. Skills.
Skills. Word number 4, fulfillment. Now let's talk about fulfillment. Fulfillment means feeling satisfied and happy because you are doing something meaningful.
For example, she feels fulfillment from helping others.
Let's say it together. Fulfillment.
Fulfillment. Word number 5, opportunity. Next is opportunity. An opportunity is a chance to do something or go somewhere new.
For example, he got an opportunity to work in a big company.
Let's practice. Opportunity.
Opportunity. Word number 6, networking. Another word you need to know is networking. Networking means meeting people to help you find a job or learn more about a career.
For example, she is good at networking and knows many professionals.
Let's say it together. Networking.
Networking. Word number 7, balance. Next, we have balance. Balance means having time for both work and other parts of your life, like family and hobbies.
For example, it's important to have a good work-life balance.
Let's practice. Balance.
Balance. Word 8, motivation. Finally, let's talk about motivation. Motivation is what makes you want to do something, like working hard or learning new skills.
For example, her motivation is to build a better life for her family.
Let's say it together.
Motivation.
Now that we've learned these words, let's see how they fit into real-life situations.
Imagine you're at a job interview and they ask you about your passion, skills, and motivation. How would you answer?
You could say, I have a passion for helping others, and my skills in communication and networking help me succeed in my career.
Exactly. Keep practicing these words so you can use them confidently.
And remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Now that we've covered some important vocabulary, let's dive into our main conversation about finding work you love.
Yes, it's a topic that can change your life. Let's talk about how to actually find that work that makes you happy.
Maria, have you ever had a job you didn't enjoy?
Absolutely, Alex. I once worked in a job that wasn't right for me. It felt like I was just going through the motions every day.
I can relate. I had a similar experience where I was doing something just for the paycheck, not because I loved it.
Exactly. But then I started thinking about what I was truly passionate about, helping others learn. That's when I decided to change my career.
That's so important. I remember when I found my passion for teaching English. It felt like everything just clicked into place.
Finding work you love isn't always easy. There can be challenges along the way.
Definitely. Sometimes you have to take a job just to pay the bills, and that's okay. But it's important to keep looking for what makes you happy.
And the rewards are worth it. When you find work you love, it doesn't feel like work. You wake up excited to start your day.
Yes, and it's not just about the money. It's about feeling fulfilled and knowing you're doing something meaningful.
So, how do you find that work you love? One strategy is to think about what you enjoyed doing as a child. Sometimes our passions are things we've loved our whole lives.
That's a great point. Another strategy is to try different things. Take on new projects, volunteer, or even take a course in something you're curious about.
And don't be afraid to talk to people in different fields. Networking can open up new opportunities and help you discover what you're passionate about.
Absolutely. It's also important to listen to your instincts. If something feels right, explore it. You never know where it might lead.
And remember, it's okay if it takes time. Finding work you love is a journey, not a race.
So, to all our listeners, don't give up on finding work that makes you happy. It's out there, and it's worth the effort.
Absolutely. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself.
Now, let's move on to some practical tips and a simple grammar lesson to help you talk about your work and passions. Now, let's talk about the simple present tense. We use this tense to describe actions that happen regularly or facts that are always true.
Exactly. For example, I work at a bakery, or she loves teaching English. These sentences describe regular actions or truths.
Let's look at some examples. The simple present tense is formed using the base form of the verb for most subjects. For example, I work, you play, and they study.
When using he, she, or it, we add ans to the verb. For example, he works, she plays, and it rains.
Let's see some examples related to finding work you love. I enjoy my job, she finds fulfillment in her career, and they look for new opportunities.
Now it's your turn to practice. Repeat these sentences after us.
I work hard every day.
She loves her job as a teacher.
They search for their passion.
He finds motivation in his work.
A common mistake is forgetting to add as with he, she, or it. For example, saying she work hard instead of she works hard.
Another mistake is using the wrong verb form. Always use the base form of the verb for I, you, we, and they, and adds for he, she, and it.
To avoid mistakes, remember to check the subject of your sentence and use the correct verb form. Practice regularly to get comfortable with these rules. Now, we'll have an extended dialogue between Maria and me. We'll use the vocabulary and simple present tense we've discussed.
Yes, and we'll break down each part of the dialogue to help you understand and practice.
Maria, I've been thinking a lot about my career lately. How do you find work you love?
I find work I love by following my passions. I enjoy teaching, so I look for opportunities in education.
That's great. I love cooking. I work at a bakery, but I'm always looking for new ways to improve and find more fulfillment in my job.
It's important to keep growing. I also network with other professionals to learn about new opportunities and stay motivated.
Networking sounds helpful. Do you have any tips for someone just starting out?
Yes, start by talking to people in your field and attending industry events. It's a good way to learn and find new opportunities.
Let's break this dialogue down. First, we have I've been thinking a lot about my career lately. Here, I've been thinking is the present perfect continuous tense. But the main point is that I think shows ongoing consideration.
I find work I love by following my passions. Here, find is in the simple present tense, and passions is a key vocabulary word.
I love cooking. This sentence uses the simple present tense to describe a regular feeling.
I work at a bakery. This sentence also uses the simple present tense to describe a job that happens regularly.
I'm always looking for new ways to improve. This shows continuous effort, and looking is in the present continuous tense.
Networking sounds helpful. Sounds is a simple present tense verb that describes an opinion.
Do you have any tips for someone just starting out? Do you have is a simple present tense question asking for advice.
Now it's your turn. Let's practice the dialogue together. Repeat after us.
Maria, I've been thinking a lot about my career lately.
I find work I love by following my passions.
I love cooking.
I work at a bakery.
Do you have any tips for someone just starting out?
Great job. Practice this dialogue with a friend or by yourself to get more comfortable with these sentences and vocabulary.
Keep practicing this dialogue to improve your English skills. The more you practice, the easier it will become.
And don't forget to use the vocabulary words and grammar rules we've covered. They'll help you talk about your career and passions more clearly.
Now, it's time to put what you've learned into practice. We'll go through some activities to help you use the vocabulary and grammar we've covered.
We'll give you time to think and answer each activity so you can practice at your own pace.
Activity 1. Sentence creation. First, let's create some sentences using the vocabulary words. Here are a few prompts.
Describe your passion. For example, my passion is...
Talk about your current job using the simple present tense. For example, I at.
Use finds or find in a sentence about discovering work you love. For example, he finds in.
Pause the video now to write your sentences. We'll review them together in a moment.
Review and answers. Let's review the answers to the activities.
For the sentence creation, you should have sentences like, my passion is cooking. I work at a bakery, and he finds fulfillment in his job.
Great job on the practice activities. Keep using these vocabulary words and grammar rules in your daily conversations.
The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become. Keep up the good work and stay motivated. Q&A session. Welcome to our Q&A segment. We'll answer some of your questions from previous episodes or live comments.
If you have any questions about today's topic or related points, we'll also address those to help you understand better.
Let's start with the first question. How do I know if a job is right for me?
A good way to know if a job is right for you is to consider if it aligns with your passions and interests. Think about what you enjoy doing and if the job allows you to do that.
Another question we received is, what if I don't have a clear passion yet? It's okay not to have everything figured out. Try exploring different fields and activities to discover what you enjoy.
We also got a question about how to stay motivated when looking for a job. Setting small goals and celebrating your progress can help you stay motivated and focused.
If you're still unsure about using the simple present tense or certain vocabulary words, remember that practice is key. Use these words and grammar in your daily conversations.
Additionally, exploring career resources, talking to mentors, and doing informational interviews can provide more insights and help you find work that you love.
Keep sending in your questions, and we'll be happy to address them in future episodes.
Your questions help us provide the information you need. Stay curious and keep learning.
Let's wrap up today's episode with a quick recap of what we covered.
We'll review the key points, vocabulary, and grammar to help you remember what you've learned.
We talked about finding work you love and why it's important to pursue your passions.
We shared personal experiences and strategies for discovering and achieving your dream job.
Here are the key vocabulary words we covered: passion, career, skills, and opportunity.
Remember, passion is what excites you, career is your long-term job, skills are things you are good at, and opportunity is a chance to do something new.
We focused on the simple present tense. For example, I work at a bakery and she finds fulfillment in her job.
Use the simple present tense to describe routines and general truths. It helps in making your statements clear and straightforward.
Go over the vocabulary and grammar we discussed and try to use them in your daily conversations.
The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with these new skills. Keep working on your exercises and dialogues.
We'd love to hear from you. Leave your comments and let us know what you thought of today's episode.
If you have any questions about finding work you love or any other topics, feel free to ask. We're here to help.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Share this podcast with friends who might also find it helpful. Your support helps us create more content for you.
Thanks for joining us on the English Hustle podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.